Hello, students. It is Tuesday, May 12th. Um, this video is going to tell you about your assignments for quarter four, week four. It's going to tell you what you need to do on the 12th and the 14th. The big assignment is to finish your notes for source B and C, and it gives you these 5 steps. So the first step is to watch this video. And then the second step, it says open up your My Research Notes document from last week. It also specifies if you submitted it, you need to unsubmit it. And you can actually do that on your own. If you just click on it and you don't unsubmit it, it's going to tell you that I own it and you can't edit it. But if you unsubmit it, you can edit it again. So you're going to go back to last week, week 3, and you're going to open your research notes, which is right here, and there's the document here. Okay, let's go see what the next step is. Step 3 says take notes on sources B and C like the video tells you. So when I go to what I did last week was this. I took notes. Here's my research notes document. I filled in my name, I filled in my topic, and then I took notes on source A. I put the publisher, I have the website, and then I have my notes. And my notes are broken up by things that I wrote in my own words and things that I wrote that were quotes from the article. Then I should have also put in my websites for source B and C. This week, I'm going to go and add my notes for source B and C. So this week, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to continue to add notes, but this time I'm going to work on source B. And see, I added my notes, some quotes, mostly my own words, which I recommend because when you write your essay, you're going to need to write everything in your own words. So I tried when I wrote my notes for source B, I tried to really just use my own words. And then I did the same thing for source C. I filled in my website and then I got all of my notes, and most of them are in my own words. And when you write notes in your own words, it's called paraphrasing. Okay. Step 4 says make sure you have notes on the person or people's lives and activities before, during, and after World War II. So the last step before I do the turning in is I need to check that I have facts about Virginia Hall, my topic, before, during, and after the war. So watch how I check my source notes. So the first thing I do is I go to source A, and I notice that I have notes about she wanted to do adventure since she was very little. So that has to do with what she liked before World War II. She went to women's colleges before World War II. She wanted to be a diplomat before World War II. She shot herself in the foot hunting before World War II. So I have a lot of details from before World War II. Now I need to see if I have things that happened to her during World War II. Look at here. During World War II, she became a spy for the British. She constantly changed her appearance. She had to walk 3 days to escape to Spain. So I have a lot of details about Virginia Hall during World War II. Now I need to check if I have details about Virginia Hall after World War II. After World War II, this chief gave her a Distinguished Service Cross after she joined the CIA. After she didn't really like working for the CIA, she would rather have been undercover as a spy. So in this source, I have details from before, during, and after World War II. And now I'm just going to check my other sources. So when I looked at source B, I also have details from before World War II, like what she did after high school, where she went to school. I also have what she learned before World War II in terms of languages. I have things about what she did during World War II. She worked for the Special Operations Executive. She worked undercover as an agent. I also have things about her after World War II. After the war, she avoided the spotlight. After the war, she was awarded a member of the British Empire and received the country's Distinguished Service Cross. After the war, she joined the CIA. And so now I just need to check source C. So I do have details from before the war in source C. She was from Baltimore in a wealthy family. She wanted to be a foreign service officer. During World War II, she saved countless lives. During World War II, she was the first female operative sent to France. And then after World War II, she was celebrated, but she didn't want a lot of attention. So in all my sources, I do have details from before, during, and after World War II. So now I'm on step 5. I need to turn my document in again to last week's assignment. So I'm going to go back to last week's assignment here, and I'm going to hit turn in. And this is where my assignment is already attached. So it's already attached here. You're just going to turn it in. It's going to be graded on this rubric. You need to have your title page filled out with your name and your topic. You need a website for source A. You need the notes filled out for source A like I showed you in the example. You need a website for source B. Your notes should be filled out for source B like I showed you in the example. Source C should have a website, and source C notes should be filled out like I did in the example. If you have any questions, please email me and Mrs. Cooper.